founders who are not ready to pitch yet, or those who were not selected to pitch, they will be watching us on YouTube and LinkedIn and actually learn how to pitch properly and learn what investors ask, or what questions investors ask, and what do they pay attention to. So yeah, my team tells me that we are live, so I did not screw up with the live streaming software. I'm proud of myself. And I see that 2 investors are missing. Tom Schwartz from DeFi Capital, he apologizes and promises that he will watch all the recording later. He's flying now, maybe also in vacation like Tracy. Yeah. And Patrick will join a little bit later with the delay. So we can start now and they will join us later. At the beginning, as usually, I suggest all the great investors to give a brief introduction of your investment thesis and maybe, you know, the current criteria, how it shifted due to market situation, because we know that you became more selective, you want better quality startups, but maybe you also shifted somehow else. So I want to give the word. It's amazing. By the way, first time in the history of our crypto and DeFi Shark Tanks, we have 2 ladies VCs here in the room. I'm super happy to see you ladies, because in traditional non-crypto Shark Tanks, we have quite often, but here it's the first time. Historical movement, great. So Tracy, I want to give the word to you first. Tracy, she from Water Drip Capital, great fund from China. So Tracy.
Thank you, Nelly. Thank you so much for having me here, and very nice meeting you, everyone here. I'm Tracy from Water Drip Capital. Water Drip Capital was founded in 2017. We have 2 business lines. One is mining business, another is startup investment in blockchain world. Our mining industry, including mine Bitcoin and also storage coins, including Filecoin, Crust, Chia. And also we build nodes for Casper Labs and Mina and Swarms. This project we actually invested before. And for the startups, we have already invested in more than 100 different projects, including infrastructures, protocols, and applications and layer 2s. And from last year, our main focus is DeFi, NFT, and Polkadot ecosystem. So we invested a lot of projects in these 3 areas. We are not just giving money to the projects, we actually have excellent post-investment servers. For example, we are a shareholder of Cointelegraph China, so we will give them media coverage and also marketing advisories for our portfolio investees. And also the market is going down, as everyone can see. So for DeFi projects, we will consider whether they have a lot of users or they can attract a lot of users, or whether they actually increase the efficiency of capital, or whether they can bring new monies to this industry. These are 3 factors we mainly consider for DeFi projects. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Tracy. Thanks a lot. And I know that you invest super actively. And by the way, I can say also from my personal perspective, I observed all investors here in Zoom today, how they invested and how they supported startups after investing. So I can say that both Water Drip Capital and other investors as well, they really are supportive. So not only investing cash, but also investing a lot of efforts, a lot of personal time in advising, etc. And right now I want to give a word to another VC fund, VC investor, well connected with Cointelegraph, Alex M. from Cryptomeria Capital. Alex?
Yeah, thank you, Nelly. Really happy to see all of you here. I'm Alex, I'm managing partner of Cryptomeria Capital. We invest a lot all the world in blockchain crypto startups. The only criteria regarding investments for us is quality of the project and experience which is behind of the team. We provide a lot of support for startups and for our portfolio, especially in China. We are founders of Cointelegraph China, a lot of other brands. I'm really happy to see Waterdrip and Tracy here. They are our good friends and reliable partners. We work together not only on the base of Cointelegraph China, but also on other projects as well. In the West, our co-partner is Cointelegraph Global. We provide a lot of support regarding advisory, media coverage, and right introductions from smart business development side for our portfolio.
Amazing. Thank you, Alex, for this amazing overview. And I want to give a word to Nini from Ascensive Asset Management. Ascensive Asset is a good fund that actually was one of the first joining us in our very first VC Shark Tanks months ago. And I'm happy that they rejoined after a short pause again. Nini, would you like to introduce it briefly?
Yes, of course.
To give a word to Charlie who is combining also two roles or two hats right now, meaning the hat of LucidBlue Ventures and also the head of Polygon China. Charlie?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very nice to meet you, everyone. I think there's several interesting good friends in the Zoom call here, very good close friends, and nice to meet also some new founders. So my name is Charlie. I'm the managing partner of LucidBlue Ventures, and also kind of currently leading the ecosystem building of a Polygon. My previous experience in the blockchain career mostly focused on helping the Polkadot China. I'm also one of the main evangelists for Polkadot, helping most of the content and also ecosystem building for Polkadot since 2017. And throughout the last 3 years, advising, doing venture building, incubating projects from DeFi, NFT across many countries. And the investment thesis from LucidBlue actually have two kind of new angles. One is see the opportunity to grow to do multi-chain, right? We are kind of cultivating and really pushing the DeFi summer, DeFi 2.0 summer, and also kind of the NFT summer under different infrastructure. Polygon is definitely the new focus, has been phenomenal growth rate in the last couple of months. And I see an interesting project, the one which actually we just met each other, and we also see some new, more and more Polygon project coming up. But definitely I will see the multi-chain and crypto field this year is happening. And so super excited to see all kinds of DeFi new projects kind of evolving. I think another interesting part is my partner and MIT from MIT high PhD. We have very strong connection with the universities and also the institutional level fintech companies. So my partner Michael Song is the board member of United Nations and the World Economic Forum. So we do see an interesting kind of approach. A lot of DeFi project wants to tackling the institutional level DeFi, or let's say and working with some kind of banking or institutional level hedge funds. So we see some interesting growth potential to opening up the DeFi, not just from the crypto Web3 space, and actually embracing and engaging to the more institutional level of the VC and family offices. So currently we have several DeFi projects actually having this kind of approach and solution for that. So yeah, very super looking forward to today's pitch and see how we can help along the way. So and just final comment on what we can help after we investment. We do have strong ecosystem experience and helping project after engage with the ecosystem here, especially in China, but also in different regions such as Southeast Asia and in Middle East. Some other partners we in LucidBlue have strong connection in Dubai as well. We also quite familiar with all those launch pads and exchanges who can be helpful, along with your community building. So that's kind of the service and advisory value we are providing for the project we invest in.
Yeah, Charlie, thank you so much for this introduction. And I know that you are really an orchestra man. I don't know when do you sleep, but you are always online and always responsive. That's amazing. Thank you. And last but not least for today, from investor side, I want to give the word to Patrick Soch, COO at Petra Capital from Singapore. Patrick.
Hi, thanks for introduction, Nelly. Pleasure to be here once again. Yeah, I've been invited a couple of times by Nelly to speak and also to evaluate the projects that come onto this program by InnMind. Really honored to share the stage with so many brilliant minds today once again. Yeah, I'm happy to look. I'm looking forward to the project sharing later on. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Patrick. And it seems that you are traveling right now or on your way. So I will just add about the Petra investment thesis that they are super actively looking at the projects based on the Solana and Polygon, yeah, blockchain.
Yep, thanks Nelly for sharing that. Yeah, our thesis is mainly driven in the space of Solana and Polygon. Yeah, we are actually quite alpha neutral, but right now we feel that the alpha is in this space, and we are looking out for projects that are built on this this protocol, or rather this blockchain. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Patrick. So right now it's time to listen to the most exciting part, the startup pitches. I mean, dear founders, I remind you one more time, maximum 5 minutes, and I will make you hard stop after 5 minutes. So, but the shorter, the better. If you are not capable to explain in 2 sentences what you are doing, that's already bad. Please also don't forget to share your screens. And I want to start with the project from China, BiCredit. And we have here the founder with English name, Jack. Jack, are you ready to pitch?
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. It's very have a pleasure to have speech here.
Yeah, thank you, Jack. And please share your screen right now.
Okay.
So good, we see your screen. Great, if you can make it bigger.
Okay, wait a moment, I will do it.
And don't forget that I will calculate only 5 minutes. So be dynamic, okay? Good luck to you. You can start.
Okay, hello everyone. I will introduce BiCredit. I'm Jack. Our platform, BiCredit, is a crypto lending platform powered with asset-backed NFT. Well, actually, we face in this market, the crypto market face we have seen some challenges. The first is the isolation between the physical and the crypto world. And the second is the liquidity of physical assets, like the real estate, like this. So our BiCredit make a solution for this. First, we will make physical assets on chain, like real estate and vehicle, and we will issue NFTs based on physical assets. And we'll also provide a one-stop financial services platform. First, our known product is rich, it's multiple. Have the crypto assets collector known and the physical assets collector known and non-collector for loans. And we also provide high-yield financial products with early redemption provisions. And we will also provide an NFT marketplace for increasing liquidity. And most important is our financial platform is working now. Now we have launched our platform in Mexico and where it's been launched in Colombia. Now we have more than our dispersed every day is about 15,000 USD every day. I will talk it later, but at first I want to show all picture. We have 5 features I want to emphasize. The first is physical assets on chain and multi-chain integration. Now we supported BSC and ETH, and we will integrate more. And The third is multiple known product. As I said before, we have physical assets, the collateral known and crypto collateral known and non-crypto knowns. And we also provide redemption right-backed NFT and NFT marketplaces for trading. Okay, this is the details for it. I will talk it in a short time. Physical asset chain talk about real estate and vehicle are worked as collaterals, and when it's overdue, we will issue NFT and trade in our NFT marketplace. And we supported multi-chain, and we provide multi-known products, as I said, and we also launched the non-collateral known in Mexico and Colombia now. And because we also provide some high-yield financial products, so we also provide redemption right-backed NFT for investors if they want to get their money at early time. We provide an NFT marketplace to increase the liquidity, and our NFT is also support multi-chain. Okay, and BiCredit will issue 2 tokens. The first is FUSD because we give loans, so we will use FUSD as a stable coin to give loan to the users, to our customer. And we also have a BiCredit coin. BCC is a platform in BiCredit ecosystem, and is widely used in ecosystem, like for borrowers, for investors, and NFT marketplace users can have the benefits from the BCC. Like we have some discount of the fees and the discount of the interest, and may have some discount of NFT market trading fee. This is our business model. We will have income, and income will generated from the interest expenses and handle fee and NFT trading commissions. We have a very good business model. This is our token distribution. Total, we will have 1 billion, and some for teams, some for investors, some for liquidity, and some for ecosystem. And in this, at the seed round, we plan to have issue about 750,000 USD.
Yeah, Jack, sorry, 5 minutes are over right now.
Okay.
So I told you that I will have to make a hard stop. Sorry for this.
I have introduced all of it. Okay.
I'm sure that you can elaborate a little bit more on the Q&A session, and maybe one of investors, if they ask you about the traction, you can elaborate on this part. But you need to train to speak a little bit faster, sorry.
Okay, sorry. I didn't count the time well, but if I have some questions, I will answer it in a short and in a brief way.
Sure. So Alex, Tracy, Mimi, Charlie, Patrick, any questions to Jack or feedback?
How would you measure the success of your project? Like, what metrics would you use?
Okay. I think it's maybe revealed on the roadmap. The first, I think, is the users of the borrowers. I think this is the first thing. The users of our borrowers and the loan amount every month. And the first, and the second is about the liquidity in NFT market. I think
Yeah, okay, continue.
Yes, because I make this program because before I have a strong fintech background. So I think, but it's in other country. So I want to make it in a crypto. I think the amount of the users and the amount of no, I think is a key important thing. Is a key.
Okay, so you're talking about users. Who is the victim here? As in, if there's a lot of money behind DeFi, who would be losing that revenue stream if they were using your project?
I will show you. You can see this page. This is our current data now. Because
Yes.
first we launched non-collateral no. This is the most challenging things because have no collateral like the by Bitcoins or real estate. We evaluate credit based on the data. We make it good. You can see the data used from this year in June. Now our disbursement month until is about is peso. Peso is in Mexico, so you can let me check about 8 million USD per month. So it's a good model, and our interest income will cover the bad rate.
So just to clarify, the project is already live, and what Jack is telling is that answering your question, they measure success on the amount of users using the platform and the transactions made there.
Nearly 1 million, nearly 1 million per month now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you acquire these users?
Acquire these users by the first, we will have some. We have a very good customer acquisition team. We'll get customer from the Google Play and Facebook, and we'll also have we will build a community and ask the members to get a member, like some operation activity.
Okay, well, thank you for your replies.
Yeah, thank you, Nini, for your questions. I have seen that Alex and Charlie also wanted to ask questions. If you still want, guys, let me know.
Yeah, just curious about a product. You know, you want to put an NFT asset as collateral. How does it work exactly? It seems you already have user. So how is the product look like? How people interact on that?
Okay. To be clarified, first, we have user for the non-collateral no. So for this part is no NFT users now, because our NFT, we have two parts. The first is for the physical collateral no, like real estate. If just like a borrower use real estate, their house as a collateral, and if they overdue, we will issue physical asset-backed NFT in our market, in our NFT marketplace, then can trade. This is one part. The second part is for the investor. If they want to have some early redemption, so they will issue NFT. For this, for borrowers, only the real estate overdue. They're not overdue. We will put their real estate issued NFT based on this. So at this moment, our NFT market have not begun yet, but we plan it about in 2 or 3 months.
How do you define overdue? Like what's the kind of the economic model? Oh, because you're kind of connecting with off-chain physical assets, right? And how to evaluate that? And do you using some kind of oracle? I feel like the whole logic is still have some gap here.
Actually, we will build a team or we will find a cooperation company in local. For example, now we have about 200 staff in Mexico worked for this project. When the overdue, the collection will start. If for physical collateral known, for example, if a borrower use their house get known, if the overdue of 9% or staff or corporation company will work on this to make it. It's just like a house collateral known.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking about the financial crisis in 2008 story. You're having 200 people in Mexico doing that. How are you going to scale globally? Do you have like some plan for the scaling?
Actually, I think it can be globally because actually the main country we will cover. For example, I think Latin America were the first, the Mexico, Colombia, and next maybe India, because India actually will have a very good foundation there. Last December, our company have 4,000 staffs in India and $1 billion USD disbursement every month. So I think we have a very good experience for expand the global market.
Okay, thank you, Jack, and thanks a lot, Charlie and Mimi, for your questions. I think we can go forward, and the rest questions could be discussed privately with investors after this session. We will collect feedback from each and every investor and introduce you directly with those who are interested to talk to you afterwards and follow up. Thank you, Jack, very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I want to give the word to another startup, Unchained Music, startup from Slovenia, and co-founder Yuri Jakin. Yuri, please.
Hi, everyone. Yes, let me know when you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it now, but would be great if you can make it bigger.
Of course. Let's do it.
Good. You start, please. 5 minutes.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time. I'm JJ, here with my co-founder, great friend, and a genius, Stoyan. As the title already says, this is something related to music. So we're all amateur musicians. We love music, and we've all worked in NFTs and blockchain. So we've seen that there's been a huge rise in the usage of word NFT and usage of NFT and blockchain technology in music. So we joined our expertise this year and our love for the music and wanted to achieve, like the weekend said, we help democratizing an industry that's historically been kept shut by the gatekeepers. So we created an NFT service, a music service platform and an NFT marketplace. Focusing on the marketplace, we're solving 4 major pains. The first one is musician's pain, and it deals with the classic middleman problem. So we know that right now, agents and labels are taking huge fees, leaving next to nothing to the musician. We want to solve them by giving them a more peer-to-peer approach, more control over their music and how it's sold and distributed. Collector's pain is another one. So before you could only collect physical formats of music like CDs, vinyls, cassettes, and stuff like this. But right now, NFTs make like a bridge from physical to digital. So now everyone can actually collect unique music digital collectibles. Then there is the producer's pain, which is a bit more obscure, but came to us through many interviews with musicians. I'm going to skip over it, but it deals with originality and repeatability of the music. And then there is the very well-known high fees Pane that was bugging us all in 2021, especially. You know, the fees were astronomically high, making it a huge barrier of entry for both, you know, collectors and artists. So by switching or building on Polygon chain, we managed to have actually free minting and up to 1,000 times smaller fees than all of our competitors, which there is a few. Actually, like we saw these big players before, you know, like Rarible Foundation, Super Rare, OpenSea, and we saw there is not a music specific one. There's quite a few popping up right now, but we tested them all. They either don't have a working product or they're still in a PR, you know, big landing page collecting email phase. So we're quite proud of our technical product, to be honest. What we did, we offer a new revenue stream for musicians, very simple, giving them a more peer-to-peer, more control over how they sell their music, being able to sell directly to their fans, getting closer with their community, and actually giving their fans true ownership of the music, and actually many more in the future. And like I already mentioned, we have completely free minting and 1,000 times smaller fees than our competitors right now. We don't have much traction, but in 3 months that we're working on this, we built a fully functional NFT marketplace. We grew our community to more than 1,000 people across platforms. We have 40 plus artists waiting to be listed. In fact, today we just listed one of the biggest electronic music artists from Italy. We have a charity partnership with Grammy.com. Grammy is a huge name in the music industry, and we're going to be their first overseas and crypto partner, actually. And as an unfair advantage, we have a 2 times Grammy awarded, one of the best musician, if not the best in their instrument in the world. Unfortunately, we cannot name him under an NDA. Our business model is pretty simple. For the marketplace side, we're going to have a 15% fee from the final article sale. That is not going to help us break even or even make a lot of money. So we plan on the other part of the service platform. We're working on subscription plan for artists with more feature, helping them out with all their other problems, and a subscription plan for collectors to individual artists. Think like Patreon or OnlyFans. We think the time is now. We've built it. NFTs are amazing opportunity, and we've already seen that the mindset of collecting is shifting from, you know, before it was cool to have something that nobody owned. Right now, it's the other way around. It's cool that you own something that everybody has. So we've already seen this, and we think it's a huge opportunity in our space as well. This is our timeline, but honestly, I want to skip through this as well. To be honest, nobody really knows where blockchain or NFTs is going to be in 3 years. We know where.
Time, sorry. A few seconds just for you to
go. So that's it. This is us, and this is you.
Okay. Thank you, Jury. You're nearly in time. Thanks a lot. So, investors, any questions from you? Or feedback? Okay, Chadley?
Yeah, music NFT. Thank you very much for building on polygons, first of all. Yeah.
Thank you.
It has been a pleasure, really.
Yeah. Ethereum can't really support that, right? But I'm very curious about your fully function platform. Like, how do you define fully function? What kind of function you guys have?
Well, for now, we have the registering of artists. So the profile of the artist, we've made kind of backend for us, in which we've cached the users, I don't know, their social profiles and everything that we need for verification. So we have the artist's user details, everything there. We have verifying system to verify them. Next, we have the contracts that are deployed. So the auction contract, we're going to have a timed auction, and we have also a one-time purchase marketplace. We have our own NFT contracts already on the chain. So we are not going to be working with limited editions, but this is something of a technical problem. So yeah, we have auction, we have marketplace, user can make their NFT, user can already mint their NFT and can sell it.
Basically, from my standpoint, because I'm not such a technical guy, an artist can come to our community or wherever his entry point is, and come to our website, register, create an NFT, sell it, get their money, and from the other side, the user can browse, buy. It's a very simple mechanic. So that's what I mean by fully functional.
Okay, got it. It's already live.
Yeah, on mainnet.
Good. I see also Tracy has questions.
Yes. Hello, Jory. Very nice meeting you. Actually, you have a one page is about your competitors. I happen to be the investor of two of your competitors listed there, Bondly and also Mosaic. So I was wondering, what are your biggest advantage compared to these two projects? That is my first question. My second question is, do you have any experience in blockchain world before? Your co-team members. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, what was the second part of the question? If we have any experience in?
Yeah, your co-team members have any experience in blockchain world before? Like, have you ever did any project before, or have you worked in this industry before?
Of course we have. Yes, we were working on an exchange before, so we know the crypto, we know DeFi, and we didn't know NFTs, but Jurek has worked with NFTs. I haven't as developer, but I have learned in these 3 months because NFT is just a part of a smart contract. So yeah, basically it was developing smart contracts. For me, it was not that hard. So for the technical advantages, I think first is that we've migrated onto Polygon, that we've built optimized NFT contracts. So the contracts cost little to none. This is why we've decided that Unchained, the platform itself, will pay the minting, because it's like we'll spend $10 for 1 million NFTs or something like this. Yeah, so this for the end user, this is very good because they just click mint and they don't actually even, it just goes to their wallet. I think this is good. The next thing is we've optimized with our second layer technology. So I did my own second layer security and caching system. So I can guarantee that we are at least 10 times faster in order of execution time or this kind of stuff. So uploading pictures, uploading music, this kind of stuff, changing between the pages. So I've written the code myself from scratch. So I did no libraries. Actually, we wrote it in the Angular framework. This is a bit technical, but I didn't use any libraries. I just wrote the code from scratch. Also, within the contracts are compliant, of course, with the Ethereum standard protocols, but I've written them from scratch. As I've seen on the other platforms, they're mostly using templates and they're using React already. So in the beginning, already the platform is already big and they are slow. So you can test this on our platform, connecting, logging in, and this kind of stuff. It's instantaneous. I think we are the first to make this from scratch.
Got it. Thank you. So the answer to my first question is, compared to other two competitors, you choose Polygon. So the experience will be faster and also cheaper for the gas phase. And second one is you have experience in a crypto exchange before, and also yes, development experience. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Tracy, and thank you guys. Nini, did you want to ask something?
Yeah. So what happened? So how did you come up with this project, and what happened with the exchange project? Like, is it a success? Is it a failure? Did you finish it? Are you still working on it? Yeah.
No, the exchange project is still working on. we didn't see, how you say it, we didn't see head-to-head with the founders. So I wanted it to be a little bit different. They just wanted to buy stuff and build on top of it. So I didn't agree with the project. And in the beginning, I thought we'd agreed. We started working it. We did the platform. Then there came outsiders, and it was just a mess. Honestly, I don't know if they're operational. I see they are on Twitter, but yeah, we didn't see head-to-head, so I just closed this deal.
And from my side, if we didn't have time to give you a bigger backstory, but it's a bit of a love story we have with music, and it's kind of like a serendipity when, you know, when they say luck is when opportunity meets skill. I work with 0xCert protocol, which is a cool project from Slovenia from 2018 that dealt with NFTs. We raised 21 million or something in the summer of 2018. And NFTs were always like on top of my mind. I was like part of a lot of blockchain games communities and stuff like that because I'm still a kid. And yeah, we have a lot of musician friends, and like we said, we're musicians ourselves. So when we saw, actually it was like a moment as well that kicked us in the butt when one of the biggest Slovenian musicians sold their unreleased album for 1.6 million or something. I just had the idea because I was hanging out with musicians for the whole day that day, and I just got the idea, came to Stoyan 2 days later, proposed to him. He said yes, and we both quit our jobs. We had like knowledge on NFTs. Slovenia, as you know, is a super small country, so everybody knows everyone here, especially in the blockchain space, is super small. So we had a lot of great contacts to start with, a lot of a great network, just a lot of advisors, you know. Yeah, and that's how we started, as a personal project more than anything.
Okay, thank you for the answer.
Thank you, Nini. Thank you, guys. And we can move forward. You will continue answering questions privately, face-to-face with interested investors. I remember.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Alex has to run now. Yes, Alex?
Yeah, unfortunately, I need to go. But all of you, I wish great pitch, and I promise I'll check out all your decks carefully. Have a good evening, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Alex. Take care. Thank you for joining. Ciao. And right now we are moving forward. I want to give the word to the startup from Switzerland with Italian spirit. So the startup called Genuine Way, and the founder Valfredo.
Hi, everyone. Hi, thanks for inviting us. Let me share our screen. I'd like to start with an important premise. We are not a token. We're not doing a token. We are an established blockchain startup in the sustainability space that is doing an early seed round with already confirmed anchor investor and an industrial investor. It's a small round, but in our first year of activity, we have managed to work with over 41 consumer brands across 7 countries in Europe, making us the fastest growing blockchain provider in the sustainability space here in Europe. A little background about the founders. We have some of the co-founders of Singularitynet, which is a project that probably most of you know, fastest selling ICO of all time. I am coming from the e-commerce, from an exit in the e-commerce space. We have Forbes 30 under 30 awarded blockchain developers. In a nutshell, Genuine Way enables ethical brands to create transparency towards conscious consumers with regards to CSR and sustainability and connect with them. We are solving a very, very relevant problem today, the problem of greenwashing, the problem of the fact that there's a disconnection between 2 subjects today. What we call John, a conscious consumer that is probably millennial, not basing his purchase solely on taste and price, but also on the new values of environmental sustainability, social impact and health, and what we call here Green Heart Inc., which is usually either a startup or a PM or a SME, but can also be a larger company that is that has strongly innovated with regards of their production and supply chain for the topics of sustainability, but loses a lot of the competitive advantage that it should get because all the other brands are saying the same story: we're ethical, we're sustainable. These companies partner with us. They go through a platform that we developed. And what we do starts with a more traditional kind of work. We create these vertical due diligence with these ethical brands. We have analysts and we analyze their key elements, and we build a bundle of corporate documentation and supply documentation that is made out of certificates, lab tests, contracts, receipts, and so on. And we, through our blockchain, we go and notarize these documents on the public blockchain. At the moment, we use EOS because we are a partner of Block One. We've received a grant, but we're agnostic with regards to blockchain and very interested with public blockchain, of course. And we're very interested to, understand all the possibilities there. But what we do is basically we notarize this documentation to make it permanently available to consumer and create historical data pertaining to the evolution of these brands. And then we go ahead and digitalize their objects through NFC or QR codes, create touch points with consumers that are conscious consumers interested in these products triggered by vertical call to actions. And this is already happening in over 20 countries with our clients. And the last but most important part is we have the intuition of putting all the brands together in a single ethical net of beacons that allows a sharing of consumers. So the consumer that enters a supermarket and scans cruelty-free eggs in Holland has the opportunity to bounce on the e-commerce of a sustainable fashion brand, therefore generating the opportunity of creating a community and a commercial circuit. Of course, the platform we issue to the brands then has a simple analytics system that showcases when and where consumers are scanning, and has a consumer lead generation tool. This aspect is very important. All the brands that are, in Europe only, there's been hundreds of thousands of brands that are moved into sustainability, and millions of consumers that are now interested in this topic. But what the brands are looking for is not only innovation, but also target consumers. So the fact that all these brands are allowing Genuine Way to manage their touch points and their consumers allows us to create a very valuable asset, and to create, as new brands enter the ecosystem, a larger user base that is interested in these kind of products. We are then, following this round, we're launching an app that will be also connected to the current interfaces that allows the consumer to monitor the personal impact and CO2 reduction that happens every time they choose a product from our catalog as opposed to a more industrial product. This we can achieve through a partnership we have with a company that is analyzing clusters, comparing clusters of products. And will keep the consumer even more engaged, will allow us to introduce a token, and will allow us to upsell vertical marketing services to consumers, to the brands. These are some of our numbers. Actually, now we have 41 brands up to date across all industries. Switzerland, Italy, UK, Portugal, Holland, Germany, and Austria. These are some of the last brands that we have. The business model is a hybrid because we actually apply a flat fee per project with the companies that we work with, which is very affordable, and it's based not on the volumes of the product, but on the size, on the catalog that we go and work with. But then, with the fact that all the brands agree that Genuine Way can manage the user base, then we upsell vertical marketing services to some of these brands who allocate part of their marketing budget with us. So as a specialized marketing agency for sustainability. When we aim at having 200 brands by the end of this year, are we done? Most importantly, the round It's a small round. It's a 1 million round divided into two parts. There's one part that we're raising through a certificate, bank certificate, but there's one part that we're talking about now is 500K. We have Field Venture, which is an anchor investor, institutional, and now we're closing an industrial partnership with Altea Federation, which is a very big tech group in Italy that will allow us to scale. We have a partnership with Accenture. We have a partnership with Crédit Agricole. A lot of exciting stuff. So if you want to talk with me, if you're interested in equity, this is a 2.5 million pre-money valuation. So it's very, very interesting. And of course, a token will come, but this time we will put it in a gigantic ecosystem of brands and consumer with a working token economy. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Alfredo, and thank you for paying attention to the signs on another part of the screen. So the only one, I think, non-crypto, but a blockchain startup today. What are the questions or feedbacks from investor side? Nini, I remember that Ascensive was investing in equity. Patrick, Tracy, Charlie, I don't know if your funds invest in equity or not, but what do you think? Let us know.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Equity.
Tracy?
Sorry. You can go ahead, Nini. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we do invest in equity, but Oliver knows more about equity deals than me. Yeah, so how did you establish the partnerships with Accenture and such?
So in Italy, we're accelerated by Crédit Agricole, which is in Switzerland, Italy, which is a famous French bank, one of the main banks here in Europe, that has a program called Sustainability Program, and they've selected us to be included in this project, big project that they're developing with Accenture for giving an ethical scoring to not brands, but to any kind of company who goes to the bank for finance. So what we're elaborating there is modifying our due diligence process, including AI, to allow these clients of the bank to be pre-vetted by us. And this will also include creating historical data of their sustainability balance sheet to show how they evolve in time. So this is what we're doing with Accenture. We will have a pilot project in September.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Good. Tracy, you also wanted to comment something or to ask something.
Yes. You just asked me, do we have interest in equity investment? My answer is yes. We have some equity deals. And my question is, I noticed this project actually chose EOS as a protocol. I was wondering why. Why do you choose EOS? Because there are so many other options.
Yeah, there's a practical reason and a technological reason. The practical reason was that last year, 2 years ago, Block One was supposed to invest like $500,000 in us. Then they were fined by the SEC, and it all went downhill from there. But they really appreciated our project, so they decided to give us a grant of $50,000. And this grant provided that we should explore EOS as a public blockchain and use it. The technological reason is that after exploring this solution, we were in some way attracted by, of course, the proof of stake model and the efficiency of EOS, although we know that it's not as distributed as a public blockchain. This being said, we, in the last year, we brought the documentation of the data of 40 brands on EOS. We're very interested in pursuing even other solutions if this is bringing some value added to the project.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. Great question. Charlie, how do you think, would you be interested to move them to the Polygon side from EOS?
Well, I cannot really comment on this. I certainly am biased, but yeah, I think the question from my side is about the token swap eventually, right? You mentioned that you will actually have a token in the future. How and when that will happen, and what's the plan for that?
So we have a timeline. I don't know if you know SVBS, Silicon Valley Blockchain Society. but we are affiliated to them in San Francisco, Amit and and Simone Giacomelli, co-founder of Singularitynet. They're taking care of this part. But my idea, even when they wanted to do an ICO in the past, I said no. Now my idea is I want to close the small seed round because this allows us to scale on easily 200, 300 brands. That means several millions of beacons and so touch points. And at that point, I believe that I think that by surely before the end of 2022, we will be able to pursue the introduction of a token and of a private sale, and then eventually, of course, of the listing and everything. But it will be so, it will be inside of an ecosystem that is so populated that it really does make sense. We're elaborating a program where the brands will not pay fiat anymore, but the platform will allow them to unlock single stages of due diligence through the token, and the consumer, of course, will be able to, buy products and services within our ecosystem and within the app with the token. So I think that's a powerful utility token.
Got it. Okay, looking forward.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Alfredo. I think that, first of all, investors need to digest, and we will collect feedback and introduce you with those who would like to proceed with follow-up. And second, with all respect to Silicon Valley Society and other advisors, I think that you will need at least a relationship with some strategic investor in the crypto sector in order to help you with this tokenization process. I truly believe that all the best advisors in the world can't substitute the investor with hands-on attitude from this sector. So thank you very much for your pitch, and good luck with your project. We are moving back to the tokenized businesses. And I want to give the word to the company Catalyst from USA and Andre Perez, co-founder of Catalyst. Andre, ready to pitch?
Yes, hello everybody. Let me share my screen. Okay, you can see it?
Yep.
Hello, so this is Catalyst. We are an NFT liquidity provider. And so what that really means is we are a DeFi protocol enabling price exposure to the NFT market through synthetic derivatives. So in traditional finance, derivatives are used to lower the barrier of entry, to bring liquidity and introduce a short selling mechanism. These derivatives allow for a simplified NFT investment, and through the use of index tokens, which track the value of NFTs being sold in a given market, it really makes it so much easier to get exposure to the NFT markets. So why is this needed right now? The NFT market is sitting about $18 billion market cap. It's split and fragmented between different markets, different chains. I think right now it's about 48% collectibles, 43% art, and a bunch of other makes up the smaller percentage there. And so NFTs in general are a very illiquid asset class. It hinders the market as a whole. You don't have a baseline price to be able to buy and sell. NFTs are very difficult for price discovery. It can be compared a lot to real estate, where it's just difficult to sell, and there's just a lack of financial tools to hedge your portfolio. So Catalyst is a derivative platform for the financialization of the NFT asset class. So we'll be kind of split into two main components. Number one is our DeFi protocol. We work very similar to other protocols where users are able to deposit collateral, mint an index token with about 150% collateralization right now. They were able to take their synthetic tokens, they can deposit into a liquidity pool where they can start earning our list governance token, or they can sell these minted assets and take a short on what the index is representative of. And also you can learn more about our total tokenomics and how the platform works from this link at the bottom here. And so the second main portion of our platform is how these synthetic index tokens are actually priced. So we are calling them C assets. They will be using real-time on-chain data to reflect the value of the entire NFT market or even subsectors. So we can create index for art, for collectibles, and even move on to specific creators as well. Currently, our business model will compose of three different things. We'll be simplifying NFT investments. Personally, I love art and the NFT market. I love the arts and collectibles that are being there, but I'm not willing to spend thousands of dollars to purchase one single NFT that at the end of the day I'm not sure will be worth much later on. So getting exposure, but I know the NFT market is going to continue to grow. So I'd love to be able to buy an asset that will track that value, and I can get price exposure easily. We will have a yield farming mechanism where we'll be really trying to onboard a lot of people from BSC farms, where now they can come over and see a legitimate protocol with use cases. And if I didn't mention, we'll be working on the Polygon network as well. And introducing a tool for NFT collectors and investors to be able to manage their risk in their portfolio. The list token use cases will be mostly commission from the exchanges, from the exchange we'll be creating for governance, and collecting CDP fees from opening and closing the minting of the assets. Tokenomics currently is we'll be having about a 300 M total supply. We'll start off with an initial supply of 150, split that up between team, pre-sale, advisors, with the additional 50% locked up in liquidity pool rewards, since the farm and the rewards are such a major percentage of backing our synthetic assets. We really want to put an emphasis on the rewards that the users would be getting. Currently, our roadmap, we are in the middle of hiring. We've gotten the most difficult hires out of the way, which is the Solidity. Right now, we're mostly looking for front end and UI UX. We're trying to close the seed round in the following months, where we aim to have a main net in November with a test net going around mid-September or so. Currently, we're looking for about 600,000 at a 10M valuation from a number of investors. A majority of which will be going towards salaries, and then split between audits, marketing, and legal. You can see the breakdown here. This will be working for about 6 months of development, leading us to being able to launch the protocol. For the founders wise, I'm a mechanical engineer by trade, specialized in going from ideation to large scale manufacturing. My partner, he's developed a tech company in the fashion industry. And my third founder, he is Bo for marketing, where he works PR for major YouTube branding. So you can learn more about us here, but I really want to emphasize we created an MVP. We got runner-up in the Chainlink hackathon, and our current community size is sitting at just above 2,000 members, and growing very quickly with a lot of the incentives and sort of rewards we've put in place to grow out our community.
Thanks, Andre. Thank you for your pitch and questions for investors. It's already a second project about loans and collaterals on blockchain today, but from another angle with its specifics. So what do you think?
Who would you see as your competitor?
Right now, I see there's a few different competitors in the space, but none are quite doing exactly the same way we are. Right now, we have NFTX, which is doing asset-backed derivatives. I see a major problem with asset-backed derivatives in that if you are taking in NFTs, giving out loans based off of them, then you have a very difficult time getting what the prices or what the fair market value of these NFTs are. So I believe that this market requires not just asset-backed derivatives, but synthetic as well to be able to establish that pricing that you'd be able to do. And in a future implementation, once we've created these synthetic assets, we'd also want to start using this pricing information we have to implement collateralized NFT loans. So, and then on the other end, we have, I believe UMA or Synthetics would be able to release price feeds for NFTs similar to how we would want to, but with a protocol built from the ground up, specializing in NFT assets. I believe it gives us a leg up there, and we can also work together with whatever price feeds that UMA or Synthetics would be able to come out with.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. So how you are planning to raise about 600K? How long will that be able to provide? Like, what will your runway be?
Right now, I go for about 6 months of development, I believe.
Okay, and after that, you plan on raising more?
Yes, we'd have to raise more closer to protocol launch for liquidity for the different assets, and I'm sure a number of other expenses that'll come up.
Okay, thank you for your answers.
Yeah, thank you, Nini, for your questions. Andre, thanks a lot for your pitch. We will move forward and we will connect you with investors afterwards. Good. The next founder is Duke Wu from Poland and the company Ulti Arena. Duke, are you ready to share your screen and start pitching?
All right, yes, I'm ready.
Good.
Right. Here's Ulti Arena, the NFT marketplace with proof of gaming. So the platform will allow the game developers, artists to list their game assets like music, sound, UIs on our platform. Additionally, to attract the game studios, we will have something called proof of gaming. But first, let's talk about our co-founders. I myself, I think, a pretty experienced startup founder. Around 10 years ago, I built this platform online marketplace, mybase.com, which we had generated $100,000 in monthly revenue. I raised totally $5 million from my previous startups, and I sold one company, a software agency of 40 people, to a larger company. Here's with me on the call is also Wojciech, who's also working with me in a company called Pragmatic Coders. We build cryptocurrency exchanges, trading platforms, fintech, banking startups. So he has substantial experience in both software development, but also in Solidity and Polkadot substrate development. Cordian is our third co-founder. He's worked with me like 10 years ago on mybase.com. He was then director of marketing. And now he has in total 15 years of e-commerce and digital marketing experience. We have worked and founded a lot of companies that are listed here. So as for the problem, number one, we see that there's no such marketplace where the concept artists, the 2D, 3D game assets, or music or sound from games and for gaming studios are listed. So we are building this NFT marketplace platform to answer that need. Number two is that we will want to build a place where a community, normally in the gamers community, are very engaged. So we want to connect gamers, artists and developers and game studios all in one place. So what is proof of gaming? So proof of gaming is our way to attract game studios to be involved in our platform. So the players, they can connect through the gaming client and through the Steam APIs. For example, they can play Dota, they play CSGO or other games, and they simultaneously can mine and be the next validator of the Ulti coin. So that's a new consensus mechanism that will be based on the time played by the player and various quality of gaming experience by the player. So at first, we will want to develop the gaming client and connect with Dota 2. Steam being one of the largest, let's say, game companies out there that has a very friendly API that we can connect to and gather the data from gaming time and from the experience of gaming from the players. So comparing us to other NFT players out there, we will be the only NFT marketplace focused on gaming, to buy and sell game assets, and also with proof of gaming. And for now, we are thinking about developing that on Binance Smart Chain. So ultimately, our goal is to become the Steam and Twitch and eBay all in one, to connect the gamers, game artists, and also game studios. On our marketplace, we would like the game studios to be able to, number one, to buy and sell those assets from artists and developers. Number two is to create contests or events where they can hire future artists and developers for their next game. So up until now, we have raised $400,000 in our private sale from individual investors, and it's growing. And we are seeking $1 million from VCs in OTC investment for 18 months of evolving, let's say, our venture, 40% of which will go to marketing to onboard game artists, game developers, and game studios, 40% to develop the proof of gaming and NFT marketplace platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Duke, very much. Thanks for being perfectly in time. And I really admire your capacity to keep your focus despite the distraction around. So that's amazing. Bravo.
Thank you.
Investors, questions from your side? Tracy, Charlie, Patrick is keeping quite silent today. Nini?
Yeah, so what's the business model and what are your revenue projections, like in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years?
Right. So the business model is to get a 5% fee for every transaction on the marketplace. I have this slide. Yeah. So we'll have 5% fee for every NFT transaction on the marketplace. That's number one. And number two is that we would want to have revenue share in the games that we will connect through proof of gaming. Because with us, the gamers will play more, they would be more engaged with those games, and they will probably buy more games. So we'd like to be like an affiliate program for those game studios. As for the projection, we have not done our projections yet. Our NFT marketplace is planned to launch on September, and with the funding that we have already raised, we have more than enough to produce an MVP and the proof of gaming concept in early beta.
And how far are you ready with the MVP?
So we are talking with a couple of developers right now, Solidity developers and React developers to develop the platform. The UI, the user interface of the platform is already being done. So we should expect our release in September, in line with our PancakeSwap launch.
Okay, thank you. By the way, Nelly, how many pitches do we have more? Because I actually need to run in a bit.
We have only 4 pitches left.
Yeah, I have to be gone in about 12 minutes. I hope that's fine.
12 minutes. Yeah, I think that you will miss a couple of them, but we will send it to you afterwards. Anyway, I will send you all the pitch decks and the recording.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
So yeah, Duke, thanks a lot. And you will continue following up privately. And I want to give the word to another startup. Actually, I think the first, the only startup today built on Selena blockchain, Bancambios exchange from Estonia, and the founder, Oscar. Oscar, are you ready to pitch? Oscar?
Yeah, Nelly, I'm here.
Good. Can you share your screen?
Yeah, okay, ready. Wait.
You're not sharing it yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, yes, you can start.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nelly, and InnMind investors. My name is Oscar. I'm the founder of Bancambios. So this is Bancambios, emancipating the decentralized financial renaissance problem. Oops. Yeah. Problem. Okay, microfinance is disconnected with the environment. Is stagnated, capitalist, devastation-oriented, abusive centralization, predatory financial products, lack of opportunity, and privilege-driven. Solution, blockchain technology. I have a problem with this. Okay, solution. The naturalization of blockchain technology, regenerative economy, programmable finance. Everybody, we think we need to automate contributions to projects doing impact for society and environment. Environment-oriented, community-driven, democratizing opportunities from everyone, creating a self-bank society. Why now? We're in a global reset, very critical moment where it is time to own our music, own our data, own our money, and it's time to get stagnated for more decades or actually evolve to different stage. Market size is all the macro money, big money managers, they don't want to leave their bone. They're very skeptical. There's a lot of people that they are curious and they know that the change is coming and they need to find alternatives to join this decentralization that is coming. And then the other ones are the curious that they're already joining networks on the decentralized ledger technologies with the 1% of their spreadsheet or something like that. Competition, we don't want to compete with crypto. We love crypto. We love all these projects. We use them all. We want to compete with the establishment, with the legacy, traditional, conventional wealth management systems. So product to be built on Rust programming language, all the repositories ready on top of Solana blockchain. We're going to start with the stable book, which is like a liquidity pool of stable coin. So we reduce the risk of impermanent loss and reward on BX token. So we can onboard new fiat from traditional traders and Forex and give them a little extra opportunity on arbitrage. Also all the normal DeFi and from swaps, liquidity pool staking, and then in the future, options, derivative, and perpetual contracts on-chain. The Bancambios lend book, we aim to build from flash loans to collateralized lending on loans. The Catapult launchpad is an impact-driven launchpad with projects they need to accept this or adopt this little contribution that we want to automate to projects of impact. And then the Bancambios Academy, you need to teach the people how to use all these products, all these wallets, all this decentralization. So it's very important. Business model, we're doing a company in Estonia. So we're going to be able to do some asset management, success fees, residual income, and also volumetric arbitrage. Our team, we have some few companies that we're in communication with, very experienced in blockchain development from the last 5 years. And also we have some Rust developers, some also developers on Web3, and developers that they already launched some projects on DeFi. Advisors is a mix. We have more, but advisor is a mix from DeFi experts to traditional experts. So we merge the financial products and we try to put them on chain. Also, we open the door to the community to become like part of the advisory boards. It's like, hey, okay, come and give us your opinion. So go-to-market strategy is we want to focus in the 1 billion people that understand our brand without any explanation, which is the left part of the map. All Latin America, all the BTC adoption that is happening over there, Portugal, France, and Italy too. We just did a partnership in BTC Africa as well. Finance, we're raising $500,000 for 10% of our total supply. That's going to be able to launch our MVP, do our smart contract auditing, all the front end, back end, Web3, Bancambios Academy, multi-chain bridges, things like that. Yeah, thank you for your attention. Let us know. We're on a strategic round. We're selecting investors that that can help us to grow, also connect with other projects. We want to step from this stagnated economy system from a regenerative self-bank society with inclusive business models for everyone. So yeah, it is time to do that. So.
Good. Oscar, thank you very much for your presentation. And while Patrick apologizes and he had to leave from Petra Capital, he wanted to connect with you privately. So we will connect you in the chat later after this session, okay? So it is already good news. Charlie, Tracy, Nini, any questions or feedback to Oscar?
Yeah, I'm wondering, why did you choose the Selena blockchain?
Yeah, Solana is like number one, is eco-friendly with proof of history. It's already achieving 30,000 transactions per second, and with $10 you make 10 million transactions. So we have enough reason only with those three. As well, we're talking with those are the main three. It allows us to be generous, to give away other to other initiatives, because instead of paying $10 in gas fees, or in a good day, in a bad day, $150 or $70 for a gas fee, we pay 0.0001. So it gives us this range of okay, if we're gonna save that much in gas fees, we're able to give it for projects or initiatives, impact initiatives, right? Like ocean cleanup, we talk with the ocean cleanup. We basically tell them like, hey, do you accept donations in crypto? Yes. Do you accept donations so we just set up a wallet. It doesn't have to be the big ocean cleanup. It can be local, domestic, from different from the community, and yeah. Also, we have reflective balance. So it allows the reflective balance according to the trading volume. Our little fee, it goes to the holders on using the centralized wallet like Solet.
Is it convincing, Nini?
Yeah, gotcha. Yes, so you're raising pretty much money at a high valuation. Why do you need that much, and how long will you be able to develop?
Yeah. So well, that's interesting, because other people don't think like it's a high valuation. Like it's 500K for 10% of the total supply. We don't know.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got it wrong. I thought it was 500K for like less, but I got it now. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 500,000 for 10% of the total supply. I have the total supply here. So 10% goes to strategic, 3% goes to the community Bancambios, and 3% to the Solana. So with this is 13%, and all of them, they have vesting periods. So we reduce the circulation supply, initial circulation supply. This is the 7% of our total supply. So its initial supply is 7%. Initial market cap is 100K, and fully diluted market cap is 11.
Nini, now it's clear.
Yeah. Sorry, I had like wrong calculation in my head somehow.
Sure, no problem.
And then you talked about how do you try to onboard users, as you talked about Forex and giving extras, so you will be able to attract them, but how will you like really get those users?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. So we have been talking with Forex, and they said like they always looking for arbitrage. They're looking for this little gap, right? So they're interested. They have been showing a lot of interest. Even, I mean, the strategy is to say like, hey, just try it out. You know, you're trading lots of on your centralized platform brokerage. Try it out. We teach you how. Venture a little piece of your portfolio, or make it a test, right? And that's one. And the other one is through Bancambios Academy. We want to teach and launch education programs, tutorials. So there's someone that is expert on DeFi with you, or like this, right? And I'm teaching you where to click, how to click. So aiming all the decentralized crowd in Latin America. I'm from Mexico, and there's a little bit behind, right? So there's a lot of information that needs to come to their screen or to their email to learn what is this and how can they get benefits or how can they join this. So it's more about like education. Also, the education component gives added value and gain loyalty, right? So we want loyalty for long term.
Good answers.
And also we have like already like 15K in Telegram, and that's the beginning. We want to go like 100K, 200K in Telegram or LinkedIn, Facebook, Medium. They have all the channels, like big marketing campaign.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Thank you for your answers. I actually need to go right now. Sorry.
Oh, that's so pity, Nini, but I really appreciate that you was all this time together with us, and the remaining 3 projects, as well as all the rest, I will send you separately after this session, so that all the access, all the profiles, pitch decks, and of course the recorded version.
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, good luck, everyone.
Thanks
Bye.
for joining, Nini. Ciao. Bye. Take care. So thank you, Oscar. One more time, good luck with your project. We will follow up later with investors privately. And I want to give a word to a startup from Canada, Vodra, and co-founder Zachary. Zachary, are you ready to pitch?
Yes, right, thank you.
Welcome. Please share your screen.
Yes, a second. There you go. Is that working?
Microphone is yours.
All right. Hi, guys. My name is Connor Romanov, and I'm joined by my co-founder, Zachary Viss here, and we are a decentralized donation platform for content creators.
Yeah, so our mission is really to allow content creators to be able to pursue their passions while still being fairly compensated. And we really want to focus on a model that builds on interaction between the audience and content creators. So the opportunity here is clear with this big shift from the advertising-based model towards a more donation-centric model. So you can see this with the rise of Twitch Bits and Patreon, and this is really just the way the content space in general is moving. So taking away that middleman, and this allows for more creative freedom and less platform restrictions on the sides of the creators, and makes the content more geared towards the audience with less advertisements. And this is something that is well needed and wanted on both the content creator side and the audience members who are unhappy with the current content and want greater interactions and don't mind supporting the content creators that they love and they watch a lot.
So the problem is pretty clear with the 2 main giants, YouTube and Twitch. They levy up to 45% fees. And of course, on the creator side, it's a very volatile revenue model for them. So for a lot of fledgling creators who don't have the financial support or means yet, this could be prohibitive for them getting into a career in content creation.
Yeah, so our solution is a donation platform that offers 0% fees. So this involves direct community involvement to be able to support content creators with a suite of platform agnostic donation tools. And this means that we work alongside all of the existing content platforms, and we don't require any of the content creators or audience members to move and consume content on a new platform. We're just there for the donation and the support and compensation for content creators. And this platform is supported by the Vodra token. So this is an ERC20 and Polygon Polygon token. So Polygon allows us to really have those 0 fees on our platform. And creators get to redeem an amount of tokens when they join onto the platform based on the size of their audience at a given rate. So what this does is it gives content creators a stake in the platform, and they really get to benefit from the increased viewership and upside and what they provide in traction for the platform. And it builds really long-lasting partners and people who will be very invested in it. And that, given with the 0 fees, makes it very low risk and high reward for our content creators. So the features on our platform, we have live tips and donations similar to Twitch bits. We also have crowdfunding and project voting. So this allows content creators to post 2 different projects and get their audience to vote while donating. So just a form of interaction and gearing the content, as well as monthly and pledges and rewards similar to Patreon in the form of NFTs or exclusive content as NFTs.
So far, we've had a significant amount of traction with creators. There's obviously a huge appetite for this kind of platform. We have over 100 million plus in total combined audience across our pre-launch creators. So those are creators who are going to be using the platform and promoting for us going into our pre-sale. We've gained over 6,000 new members in our Telegram. We were admitted to District 3 Innovation Hub, which is an incubator here in Montreal. And month after month, we continue to onboard new creators with over 65 since March.
Yeah, so to go over our team a little bit. So right now we're a team of 15 members, and we've started this in December. And this team right now is fully bootstrapped. So it's really a group of people who believe in the idea and who are dedicated to building something great. And we're really thankful for our large team and what we've been able to create. Our engineering team alone is 7 members at the moment, including myself.
We've also been able to secure a large amount of advisors and partners to date. So we have the development side on our team, and of course the crypto and other advisories from our partners to date. And just where we slot in on the industry landscape. So of course, the giant in the space is Basic Attention Token. Where we differ is that we are actually a creator centralized or centric platform. So we focus on just donations instead of just rewarding users to use a browser. We don't have any content hosted on our platform. We're just a lightweight platform adjacent donation site for the creators. So we don't have to deal with censorship or sensitive content issues. And unlike BitClout and Rally, we don't have individual creator coins, which can lead to steep pricing curves or illiquidity. So we only have the one unified token, which gives us a huge competitive advantage in terms of token appreciation.
Yeah, and not hosting our own content also gives us that advantage, and we don't have to migrate audiences from YouTube or Twitch onto a different platform, which has proven to be practically impossible. So very lightweight and makes us easy to implement. Yeah, so thank you. We'd be happy to go over raise details and share extra information with anyone who'd be interested. Happy to answer any questions as well.
Zachary, Connor, thanks so much. Amazing pitch, very good done. Thank you. Tracy, Charlie, what do you think? Twitch is super popular here in Europe and US. I don't know if it is the same in China because a lot of things are blocked there as per my knowledge, but maybe Vodra can become the substitution. Guys, I'm here. You are telling something. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your presentation, Zach and Connor. Actually, I heard a lot of words like your donation said there is 0 fee. I was wondering, as a project, how can you make income eventually? Because as investor, we actually care about how can you make money, but you didn't mention this content at all. So could you?
Yeah. So what we're using at the start is our token to be able to fund the team. So we have our private sale, which will enable us to build out the platform and fund it, as well as a token reserve, which will enable like ongoing costs and fees for our team going forward for the next few years. And then there are opportunities that we could add in fees in, for example, the NFT monthly rewards that I mentioned, and areas or money coming in and out of the platform through fiat on-ramps and things of that nature. But really the goal is to be able to undercut and offer a value as opposed to Patreon and Twitch and platforms who aren't using cryptocurrency who need to take fees immediately. So being a cryptocurrency project and the way that we're structuring our raise, we're able to actually not levy fees for a few years. And this is going to allow us to gain a lot of mass and traction.
And we're also in a position to become a value capture for these donations and volume that flows through them. So since we have a finite amount of tokens, all of the donations are going to have to be settled in our token with the limited supply. So the more users that we onboard and have to transact in the token will, of course, have to appreciate the value of the token as well when audiences are forced to purchase it to send to their favorite content creator.
Thank you. But as an investor, we actually care about whether you have a mature business model, which is you can make money by yourself, not just rely on the investment from investor and also from the token itself.
Yeah, definitely, as like the way that we've structured is to be able to gain a large mass, and there are many different areas that we're able to take fees. The reason we're not focusing on this is, like Connor mentioned, like at the moment for the next 2 years, is because of the way that the volume increases with the price of donations, and will scale the price of the token from that. This allows like investors as well as team members and people with exposure to the token to get return from that. Our creator redemptions as well is at a logarithmically decreasing rate, so that increases scarcity as well. So this all makes it so that we're able to sustain that for a few years, and we're able to fully build out all the features that we want. After that, once we've gained the mass and the traction, like I mentioned, the fiat on-ramps, and for our monthly subscriptions, there are ways to add in fees to support it further. But this is how we're going to be able to grow so fast, and how we've gotten so much traction so far.
I see. Thank you. Well, the investor can be very patient, but what you say is not satisfying enough for us. I think you need to work on a business model at the very beginning to make sure you can make money by yourself in the future.
We currently do have models for pricing structures if we were to add fees and things of that nature, which we could share with you after the presentation. So we have modeled out if we were to introduce menial fees such as 1 to 2%, how we would still be quite profitable in that way as well.
Sure, that would be great. Happy to see it.
Thank you very much, Tracy, for your comment. Very, very good to the point. And thank you guys, Zachary and Connor. We will definitely connect you afterwards so that you can share the secret business model that you have in mind. And right now we are moving forward. I want to give the word to the founder of Oort Digital from USA, James DiMeo. James, tell us, how can you bring millions to investors? James.
Hey guys.
Hello.
So
please share your
this
screen.
is Roger from Oort, and we're gonna James and I we're gonna presenting Oort together. So James.
Okay. Sorry, Roger. Yeah. Please present together and present your screen. Who presents the screen?
James, go ahead, please. Yeah. James, you're there.
I see him here in the chat, but he doesn't reply. So
can you unmute, please?
Okay, can you guys hear me? I apologize. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, good. Okay, so full screen, and here we go, full screen. Okay, hey, I'm James from Oort Digital. How you guys doing? Thank you for the time.
James, you're not sharing the screen.
I'm not sharing it? Oh my goodness. I am so sorry.
No problems.
I'm so nervous.
It's good that you are so energetic, but relax.
Yeah, I know. Time is money. Yeah, I get it. Okay, so share. There we go.
Okay. Right now we see it. Yes, please.
And let's go. Okay, so Oort Digital, we take your NFTs that sit idle in your wallet and we put them to work through DeFi and games. That's what we do here. And let's see. So what's the problem with NFTs? So right now you buy an NFT and it just sits idle in your wallet. It doesn't do anything. The second, like traditional DeFi, there's no constant growth. It's just buy or sell. And the third one is that it lacks functionality. It has no utility. It's just like a pretty picture. So where are we at with NFTs? So right now, the majority, the lion's share of NFTs are collectibles. And as you can see in this chart, utility and DeFi are real low. So what Oort Digital aims to do is to put your NFTs to work and turn them into real functional assets. Now, how do we do that? So first, we have two parts. The first part is our Super DeFi account, which is an aggregate of DeFi protocols. We started out with a leasing application built on Polygon. And secondly, we're working on a pricing oracle with Ocean Protocol, using some data sets from various DApp games. Next, we take the financialization of those NFTs and we add a gamification layer on top of it. This will allow you to experience your NFTs through heroes, which is our NFT, and the users can upgrade those heroes based on the financial activities on the left side and bring those heroes in the game to play. We also have different lands that we'll sell to third-party games that can rent and buy virtual lands. So what's the market size right now? So the market size of NFTs are very small in comparison to all the digital content out there. And even smaller is the percentage of functional NFTs that are currently in the market. So here's our current product that is on the mainnet, and we have version 2 launching at the end of June. Step 1, the owners and users can lend and borrow, and then they can wrap their financial activities into heroes, which we've airdropped to the tune of about 950 heroes to our very supportive community. And then they can take those heroes that they've upgraded and play them into our game of games. This is just a quick example as to some of the cool characters that we're building our heroes, the different character class. They have different upgradable weaponry and potions and stuff. These are all NFT upgrades that you can purchase for the heroes. So our user base, the Oort tokenomics are designed to be fair at every level user, wealthy or not. So if you're a whale and you can buy everything, you have the money but have no time to actually play the games. Or you don't have a lot of money, but you're a gamer, so you can play the games and earn. Or you have a little bit of both. So we have a spot for everyone on Oort Digital. What is our business model? So we have a few different things going on. We take transaction fees on our Super DeFi account. We have data access fees, which is part of our pricing oracle through the Ocean Protocol. We'll have sales in our marketplace, standalone and in-game, and physical products, and eventually virtual land that will sell in the game of games. Quickly, our Oort token, it has a wide range of utilities from voting and payment and staking. The total is 3 billion supply. We also have another token that's in-game only, which is our Oort Energy Particle. So as you play the game, you can earn this token to either mint wearables, breed your heroes, or get a variety of different aspects within the game to increase the value of your hero. So who's our competition? Our competition out there, there's a few people doing the same thing that we're doing, but they're not exactly doing external as well as internal NFTs. So we can pull external NFTs off of any wallet into our our DeFi account and add functionality and value to them. This is just a quick example of how we've grown our community over the last 6 months through a variety of different social media interactive programs with airdrops and such. We've increased about 7,000% and more over some other ones. These are our founders. Roger is with us. He has a background in finance. I have a background in gaming technology and streaming services, and Sam is a full stack developer. He's our lead developer in technology. Some of our other members are, creative, manager, development. We're always looking to build more development into our team. So if, in a nutshell, if Bitcoin adds monetary layer on top of the internet protocol, Oort Digital aims to be the DeFi layer on top of the metaverse. So bringing that digital to the physical type of relationship, similar to Ready Player One. Where we are in the roadmap. So we've already released version 1 to our mainnet back in February, and we're releasing our next version at the end of June, v2.1, on the Matic Polygon network. And also we will have a pricing oracle version 1 at the end of July. Here are some of our strategic partners. We actually did get into the open shipyard with Ocean, provide a little bit of funding to get us going. We're in talks with Polygon to migrate to Polygon fully, and some of the other ones that we're actually partnering with to bring in their users into our team. What we're currently looking for, outside of, we have a 200,000 pre-seed. We're looking to increase that to a 1.15 million. These funds will go to building our development structure, hitting our milestones through the next 6 months, marketing, as well as partnerships with additional companies. So that is very quickly. I feel like I've gone like a million miles a minute there to get within that 5 minutes. Our whole job is to take your stale NFTs and add utility and fun with them. People just they need to really, and today in a saturated NFT market, I know in a saturated NFT market, you want to continually make money on your NFTs, and we're there to help you do that. Thank you for your time. Okay.
Thanks so much.
I love your energy here. Yeah. I know that we have, you're lucky, we have one of the biggest experts in the NFT market here.
Nice.
Capital and Tracy. So Tracy, how do you think of this?
Well, I hear your whole presentation. I think this project is very promising. Every factor is here. The strong team with diversity in different background, and also interesting product, and the product already launched. That's very good one. So I was wondering, I see a page like you have your community growing. Is there any special operation strategy you're using to growing a lot of users in short time?
Sure, yeah, let's talk about a little go-to-market strategy. Roger, do you want to explain that?
Yes. So James, can you go to the page, the product slide?
Product page. This one?
So right now, okay. No, the product slide. The product one. Go up.
But I thought it was on the product one. Product slide.
Yes. That one. No. Yes. So as you can see, okay, our heroes are created with a different claims. Okay. So you see, we have like Gen 0, Gen 1, right? 3 Gen 1s, and we have partnered with Ocean Protocol. So this is our strategy. Okay. We found this is a very powerful marketing strategy. So previously, we, as part of the shipyard program, okay, the Ocean Protocol shipyard program, we actually did a marketing, a cross promotion. And during the weekend, okay, just in a single weekend, our community member has increased from 800 to like over almost 3,000. Okay, just over one weekend. And what we did is very simply just create a very special kind of heroes for the airdrop, and then we want to onboard the Ocean community to our community. And with the Ocean community members, okay, they can do a lot of things with their Ocean heroes. So for example, we're thinking about how we can add, the Ocean specific utilities to the heroes. For example, we can let Ocean community to stake the Ocean tokens to upgrade their heroes, okay, to boost the power in the game. Or they can also stake their certificate, okay, which itself is a non-fungible token. So there are a lot of ways that we can partner with all kinds of crypto projects and then onboard their community members to us, and for a win-win situation, okay, to benefit for both. And a lot of those projects, they would love to put their asset to work, okay, through us.
Thank you.
So yeah, so cross promotion can be a very powerful way for us to quickly onboard the users. And then now we have the user, asking, when we're gonna launch another airdrop, and when we're gonna start selling our virtual land. Okay, so we see all those kind of people asking the questions like when we're gonna start selling our virtual land. Yeah.
Thank you for the question.
Yeah, thank you.
Actually, I have another question.
Yeah, sure.
Because I see the partnership, you mentioned Boundly. I was wondering, how can you cooperate with Boundly?
Yes, so Boundly reached out to us, okay, and we are still thinking about how we're gonna finalize this partnership, okay. So one very simple example is like, we can do the airdrop together. So like the thing we did with Ocean Protocol, okay, we can do like Boundly X Oort, kind of non-fungible tokens, okay. special heroes. And also another idea is that, we have the heroes and the bundle, they have the poker pass, right? Poker pass is part of the bundle. And a lot of people in our community are asking like, the hero should have a pet. Okay. So we're thinking like if we can onboard the poker pass into our game and allow, the poker pad owners to actually increase the power of their heroes, that can be a very good way to. And also Bundle was proposing that we should launch, in their launchpad, but we haven't finalized the partnership yet. We will get back to them soon. We just need to finalize how we're going to do that. Right now we're focusing on launching our V2 leasing, and then we're going to start focusing on the gaming part. Yeah.
Because we are investor of Bundly and we have weekly talk. He never mentioned this to me. That's why I want to come.
You should ask him. Yes, you should ask him. And we also have the Bundly members. In our community, they are doing the missions, and they get our heroes.
The mission was one of our social campaigns over in the past 2 months. We did our initial airdrop of heroes to the community, and like Roger had said, we're planning a new airdrop which will include some additional partners that will have their own customized heroes, and then we would then add specific utilities to those heroes based on the partnership with that company.
Okay, thank you for your answer.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, James and Roger. We will gladly introduce you later on to each other.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and you can follow up with other investors also privately. I want to give the word for the last but not least for today. So the project is from Singapore, Crowdex, and the CEO, Stepan Michik. Stepan, are you ready? I guess you are, because sorry for putting you the last, but that would be remarkable, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's actually going to be me.
Andre,
or CTO, Andre, but
okay,
that's totally fine. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Hi, my name is Andre, and this is the revolutionary art crowdfunding platform, Crowdex, the fresh view on the current art world and the place of NFTs in it. Catching up with modern technologies has never been easy. Here are some major issues with current art world. Lack of ways for a traditional artist to make it in the digital world, big time and money investment for the artwork development that may not pay off, highly censored and centralized dictatorship in art. As I have mentioned, Crowdex is a art crowdfunding platform, and here are a few successful use cases for it. Unique art DAO governance process gives art investors a way to make an impact and be credited in the artwork. Galleries get to capitalize on something more than just the physical location. And with unique Crowdex NFT index, galleries become an investment vehicle. Crowdfunding and gradual vesting allow for a risk-free environment for the creator. And auction for the physical original artwork is exclusive to the digital copy holders of the NFT. This slide demonstrates the workflow of the Crowdex, with main components being crowdfunding, governance process, and gradual vesting. This brings a long list of benefits for all the parties involved in the process. We encourage NFT collectors to discover traditional art and vice versa. Galleries, dealers, and collectors are diving into crypto via fiat gateway, which gives a great, strong bear market resistance. Retail investors get a unique opportunity to influence and interact with the artist and make great investments at the same time, gaining exclusive access to the auction and be rewarded for the referring of great artists. Crowdex NFT Art Residency brings valuable, like-minded, and skilled community with exclusive access to live lectures and with the masters in the field. Competitors-wise, most of the crowdfunding and IDO platforms don't provide any vesting to their participants, and most of the funds are unlocked immediately. Sotheby's will never fund any developing art nor deal with NFTs. And Kickstarter and Patreon can never bring a decent ROI to the Patreons. The market opportunity is huge, and the potential market share is extremely high. The intersection of 120 billion crowdfunding and IDO industry with a $60 billion industry, along with a high rise of NFT market cap, is a great environment for Crowdex to be growing in. When it comes to making money, here are a few examples of streams of revenue. Flat 3% withdrawal fee. There's also a 0.5% royalty embedded into the NFTs that is being charged perpetually for all future sales, 5% auction fees, and all of the invested funds are being staked and baked for additional revenue. Let's take a look at the tokenomics briefly. What you cannot see here on the slide, but the team's token stake is actually locked for 18 months and is later being vested over another 18 months. And here are a few examples of additional value that Crowdex token utility brings to the table. It can be staked and is widely used on the platform as a reward instrument as well. When it comes to competitive advantages, we have a strong list of cross-chain strategic blockchain partners, as well as industry-leading traditional and digital art world companies. To name a few, Artman is the industry leader in artwork digitalization. They create incredible 5D biometric passports for the artwork and are known to be the Sotheby's auction free port and digitalization provider. On Tezos blockchain side, we have QuickSwap as a liquidity provider and Temple being the main wallet in the ecosystem. APSwap and Nifty protocols are providing us with amazing ways to create NFT fractions, indexes, time locks, and perpetual future sale royalties. We've been working super hard since the idea stage of Crowdex, and while being self-funded, we have reached a few significant milestones as like building the MVP and evaluating the market fit. And we have no plans of slowing down. We're looking for a strategic support of a Protego investor, and the funding will give us the necessary acceleration through the next 5 quarters of the intensive growth. Lastly, meet the team. Stefan, the CEO, Guru of Design, Taras, and myself.
Thanks a lot, Andrei. And I want to say that since I heard your pitch first time, it improved dramatically. So great job in the pitch improvement.
Thank you so much.
And the funny fact is that both Charlie and Tracy in this session today, they are also investors in Nifty protocol, which is your partner that we just described. So I'm
quite curious how you're working with them. And also pretty curious about your comment on QuickSwap with Tezos. Why do you two work with them? They had a huge problem with several other NFT project previously because there was a major issue with their liquidity pool that got a massively front round by some bots, and some bad things happened in May.
Yeah, we are aware of that situation.
And PancakeSwap. So, okay, so you are aware of that, and you're still working with them. So I would like to know why.
Yeah, so we've been in touch with them for quite a while, and we are aware of the unfortunate situation with the QuickSwap. In the new version, it's all been fixed, and we've made sure that a similar situation won't happen with us.
So you think they learned on their mistake?
How do they fix it?
So the TVL is over 30 minutes on the QuickSwap. I don't know if that gives you enough insight. We can take this offline because the discussion is likely going to be.
Yeah, because I think it's okay.
Can I say? Sorry, I'm a CEO. In the last version of QuickSwap, they fixed the issues that you're talking about. So now it's all okay, and this ecosystem is growing very fast, and 80% of all just NFT marketplaces or farming services on Tezos is all liquidity providing and QuickSwap exactly. So it's working properly, and I'm testing it every day, so I can say that it's ok.
Okay.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, we'll be nice to have you guys on Polygon if you need some support. We talk later.
Absolutely, we're actually considering extending it outside of the BSC, Ethereum, Tezos onto Polygon as well in the future.
Good. Then we will definitely connect you with Charlie. Remember, he is the head of Polygon China, in addition to being venture capital investor in startups. So I think you have a lot of things to discuss together. Tracy, are you also confused by Tezos choice? Not Tezos, sorry, CubeSwap.
I'm actually curious about other things. Like you mentioned you participate in Binance Hackathon. I was wondering, have you got grant from Binance?
We actually never tried to reach them directly on getting any grants. After that, we took so essentially what was happening with this hackathon, it was community based, and the grants were just matched to whatever community contributions were given to the teams.
Mm-hmm.
And then we never tried to reach out for any kind of partnership with BSC other than just being on their network.
Because your partner, Nfts, they actually get grant from that hackathon you participate, both from Binance and also Rarible. That's why I ask you this question. And my another question is, what's your strategy to get users on board?
Oh, so we're already connected with a few major like art residencies and art communities, and we have over 50 traditional artists, traditional painters that are ready to take on this journey with us. And yeah, and beyond that, we're also going to be working with 3 different tiers of artists, and obviously the top tier being already popular, and we're going to put some marketing money into getting traction with them and bringing them onto the platform, essentially.
Yeah, but your answer is just the one side of the puzzle, the content producer. But my real question is, how can you get your token holders and your users on board?
Oh, absolutely. So the main idea is for people to get early access to the art that hasn't been developed, right? And the artists are bringing their own fan base and their own community to kind of collaborate with them and actually get people involved into the art. So the top tier artists are, they already have their audience, and the fact of bringing them on board immediately brings their immediate audience to participate in this and fund the development of the artwork, and then use it as an investment opportunity.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Tracy, for your question and for pointing one more time the importance of focusing on the business development and on your users, guys. So I hope that everyone reminds about that. Thanks a lot, Andre and Stefan, for your presentation. We will connect you with investors afterwards. And Tracy, Charlie, you are the 2 remaining here till the very, very end. I appreciate it so much and promise the sweetest deals to bring to you first. And before we just say goodbye and finish this session, I want to ask you to give maybe one advice to all the startup founders that are here on the session and all those that are still watching us in YouTube and LinkedIn. What was mostly lacking in general for you in the today's speeches? Because we already discussed that on the bear market, especially, the startup should really be even better prepared, even better quality before pitching to investors. So what was the missing point that majority of the startups forget about, and you as investor want them to to tell about on the pitch?
Well, I will go first then.
That
I think it's very important for a project they have their own business model. That means they can generate cash eventually in the future. But some of the projects, they didn't actually think about this piece of the puzzle. And another one is they need to have very strong ability to build their community, their own user base. That is very important too. Like you have strong operation capacity. That is what we really care in a project. Pretty much about that. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for pointing this out, Tracy. And actually, yes, guys, I also noticed while talking to some startups before this session that many, I will not say if it's those who are presented or not, many think that after you receive money from investors, then you can spend it on marketing and get the users in, but it's not about that actually. Even the ability to attract users through partnerships, even without spending money on advertisement, that is what differentiates the valuable business model and the working model from all the rest, right, Tracy?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot for your advice. Charlie, what is the most important for you?
Yeah, I think it's up on the product side, actually. The growth side is always difficult in the bear market, but actually the ones who actually can stood out is ones who actually can be very impressive in the product design. Some of the pitch today, I don't really see they're able to really present the product because they're not ready, or somehow maybe in their pitch they don't have the demo. So the clear product roadmap and also even have a walkthrough, because you're sharing the screen, right? To have a live demo would be great. I think that's something maybe can be provided later on. Pre-product project at this moment is very difficult to sell, but also there's a lot of technology getting ready, so it's getting not, I wouldn't say easier, but actually more possible to build like a walking demo, have a like walkthrough, right? Instead of just showing vague charts about your logic, right? But actually having a walking demo. I think that's much more compelling. And I see a lot of project with a huge community growth potential. They're able to kind of present the narrative together with the product, and that can justify your valuation as well. You know, a pre-product with a very high valuation under such a market sentiment is a very tough sell. That's basically my comment.
That's very interesting, Charlie. But do you think really that in 5 minutes time frame, where the startups can hardly, as we have seen, not everyone can present all these slides about business model, fundraising offer, team, competition, etc., etc. Do you think it would be better to substitute something from the standard pitch deck to the product demo?
Well, it's different preference, right? I think to have a demo with like 40 seconds to 1 minute is needed. It's like one image can explain 100 words. One video or like one demo can explain 1,000 images. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I would say. And also that separates you from the ones who don't even have a product to show. That's kind of it's a way to differentiate yourself, right? Again, right, and at this moment, a pre-product project with a high valuation, with no go-to-market strategy validation yet, is a very tough sell.
Very good point. Thank you so much, Charlie. And yeah, guys, that means that you can reduce the time of your presentation even less. Actually, we give 5 minutes, but in many other pitching sessions, you have only 3 minutes elevator pitch, and you can spend another 1 minute or two on demonstrating your products. So it's a good point for future and great advice from Charlie. The last thing I wanted to say for today, that each and every startup founder, except unfortunately Bancambios, Oscar, because they are built on Solana blockchain, but all the others, they are warmly invited for the fast track consideration by our partner, Scaleswap Launchpad, which is built on Polygon and also compatible with Binance Smart Chain. So they are launching their IDO tomorrow. Literally, that is why they could not join the session today, but they will reconsider your applications for the IDO on a fast track. We will send you the details after this session. And good luck to all of you guys. We will coordinate you with investors, collect feedback, and put you in contact with each other. Thank you very much one more time to Tracy and Charlie. You are amazing both. Thanks a lot. You are already deep at night and still with us. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thanks to Startup Founders.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have a great end of your days or nights or good nights. Bye. Thank you,
Have a
everyone.
wonderful day.